back on.
Ooh, it's Wednesday, and it's 8 o'clock, and you're tuned in to the dopest sports show on radio. It's The Crush, right here on Sensation Station Network. And I'm your humble co-host, E. Glaze. And with me, as always, is his owner won't quit talking, but we're going to not talk about that day. It's Recruit 101 day. Maceo, hey, what's happening, man?
Hey, man, I just need that guy. I'm not even going to talk
about it. Let's get back to recruit, man. I'm sorry, man.
It's about the children today. When I focus on the kids, I focus on the kids. I'm not even going to worry about, I'm not going to worry about America's team today. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about them today.
And oh, man, she's here. You know, she got to.
On time.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hey, let me look at this camera right.
Make sure you get that. Yeah,
what is this
like
we got going on over here, man? We got. What's happening, Wendy?
She must work hard today.
I worked real hard today.
Wow, she worked real hard today.
We had some coaches in the building still today.
We got a decommitment list about 20 pages over there.
Man, that thing is like 4 pages long today.
Hey,
y'all
man.
got me.
And when we bring him in, man, Robert Wilson, athletic director. I mean, there are some guys who can walk around as AD and say, my program pretty good, but his program wins over here, they winning here, they shutting down Lakewood Stadium. But I got a question to ask him. I can't wait to ask him about.
But you know what make it even doper? When the athletic director at the school that you graduated from.
It's a blessing, man. We're going to talk about all that, man.
That's dope.
We're going to talk about all that. But before getting it, man, this 8 p.m. hour is brought to you by Ivory Chevrolet. All 2016 cars must go.
Go get you one.
There are special discounts, incentives, and rebates on a variety of vehicles just for you. If you call or stop by Ivory Chevrolet, ask for our girl Kia McEwen and let them know you heard about them on The Crush.
Yeah.
And they give you $500 off the purchase, man.
Man, go get your Camaro.
Go to www.ivorychevy.com for more information.
Go get you one.
We got a long show. Make sure what we going to be talking about today, man.
Man, we got so much stuff to talk about, man. We got to get in the Celebration Bowl because it is this weekend.
Got to talk about it.
Got to take care of HBCUs.
Yes,
but, man, so many coaching changes. Man, we're going to talk about negativity and how that affect programs. Of course, we got so much recruiting news to talk about. Then we're going to talk about the success over at Westlake High School.
Yeah,
we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I do have a question that I want to ask him.
No, I'm saying my question. I'm putting it to the side. I'm not going to bring it up.
Well, mine that's not really. It's sort of a question, but it's kind of like a
statement.
I want to know. It's stuff I want to know.
It's a statement, man.
And I think we got the guy who can get it done. So
yeah,
I just want them to remember who kind of brought the idea to its attention first.
We got a wisdom ready for the day.
We do.
We got one.
We got one.
Oh, it's already ready.
And she in work clothes. So
I'm a little nervous right now.
It could be deep.
She's in work mode, right?
I don't think I'm ready for this one.
Yeah, she's still in work clothes, so it could go down today.
It could go down today, man.
No doubt.
But we got that, man. Also, man, we're going to decommits for the week. Is a long one over there. But make sure, man, y'all want to get involved with the show, give us a call, man, on the Cricket Wireless hotline. What number they call us at,
man? You guys can call us at 678-613-5857.
Man, go to Cricket Wireless for more information about a site and offers throughout the month of December. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. And look, y'all can text Macy all you want to, but don't be asking him questions that he need to ask the coach. Call in, man.
Call in. Call in.
Hey, Macy, ask coach. No, man, call him and ask yourself, man.
No.
Call me.
Call coach.
Yeah, like y'all want to. I hate when they say, coach, they want to know. I'm like, man, coach right here.
Yeah, he right here. Yeah, let's get the phone line popping.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna do all that today, man. So, y'all ready for this, man?
We ready?
Oh, it's gonna be a good one today, man. It's gonna be a good one.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Thank you out there, YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, everything.
Everything.
And we had it. They will store the page. We'll do Instagram Live, but they don't store there, so we ain't ready for that yet. Stay with us. It's The Crush.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more tax-free driving tips, visit stoptextsstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Hey, Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. $1 today is not worth the same as $1 tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
This is Bobby Yoller from the Ohio State. I'm kicking it with the Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hot topics.
We're going to them hot topic brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dance. If your smile isn't coming to you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dance has been practicing dentistry for 16 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. Call or make an appointment at 678-836-2118. That's 678-836-2118. Before we do that and jump into the hot topic, make sure we got a call on the cricket hotline.
Hey, caller, what's your question on? Caller, what's your question on?
Oh, they hung up.
They hung up.
Hey, man, so we're going to jump into this hot topic. Make sure, what's the hot topic for today?
Hey, man, so today, coming into this recruiting season real tough across the country, how does negativity in the program affect recruiting?
When you say negativity in the program?
Well, so what we got going on in Tennessee right now.
Okay.
A lot of coaches use these rumors, innuendo in their favor. Wendy, how do you see this affecting the athletes as they come into making these decisions?
So, I kind of think that they need to consider all aspects of what's going on. You can't just take one piece and run with it. I'm sorry. They busting at me today. So I just think that it can affect their recruiting. And so got to be real careful because it can throw some people off and turn some people away and have them going in a totally different direction.
True. Talk about it, Mr. AD.
Well, I got to agree with Wendy. A lot of times what a lot of recruiters do know is that kids go to school with their friends. So, if you have a school coach, bad-mouthing, having a lot of negativity, you and I may be cool because we met at the Under Armour Combine in Baltimore somewhere, and I know that they're recruiting you heavy, and, I get a lot of negativity. And, when we met, we've been vibing. We follow each other on Twitter. And I'm saying, you know what, Maceo, man, we not going there.
We're not going there.
No,
right.
Sir. No,
right.
sir.
That's exactly what happened.
Yes. Yep. So that's how I feel about it.
Hey, but before we go to me, get this caller, Maceo.
Hey, caller, what's your question on?
Oh, Maceo Glaze, Wendy, I'm person on the show.
What's up, Mike?
Hey.
Yeah, I had a question for the AD tonight.
Yes, sir.
Wanted to know, I know it's going to be difficult, but what are some things we can do to develop booster clubs on the south side so they can be a little more like the ones on the north side and in Lincoln County.
Lincoln County. Well,
Mike, quit looking at my book, man, with my questions. But yeah, that's good.
Well,
man. That's a good one.
I know nothing about Lincoln County. No disrespect. Well, hey, there we go. But on a serious note, one thing we got to have is consistency, and that's one thing that I have on my plate right now. Is because just to be transparent, that's one of the biggest things that I see that is wrong with Westlake athletics right now, because we do have certain sports that do have boosters. Mm-hmm. But all the boosters aren't on the same page. Mm. They have different bylaws. Right. They're not on the same page. So the baseball booster may not even necessarily know who the football booster president is, and that's not good. And so to answer your question, I do believe that in order for Westlake High School to be more successful with their boosters, that we have to have one overall umbrella booster, which oversees and governs everybody else. Mm-hmm. So everybody's on the same page when it comes to fundraising, when it comes to getting sponsors, when it comes to supporting each other in athletics. Because at the end of the day, those kids that are at Westlake, they're all our kids, because you have kids that cheer, who run track. You have guys that play basketball, play football. Right. I mean, so we do share kids. So to answer your question, I think what we need to do is definitely get that overall booster. And I know when we have those guidelines set in place, then everybody is held accountable to the same standard.
Mm-hmm. Good question,
I like
Mike.
that. I like that.
Great question.
Good question.
Appreciate
Mike.
the call, Mike.
All right, then.
All right.
What number did he call?
Man, Mike called us at 678-613-5857.
I'm going to pocket that, Coach, because we're going to talk about that during the interview. But
all right.
Before it's negativity to me, man, it's that's why you got to have your program tight.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the biggest thing, because you're going to get it whatever you get. I mean, how many people probably walk into a kid home? He's leaving in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
He ain't going to be here in 2 years. And you have to make sure that your program is tight enough to where when a kid come to you, nah, man, you really believe that? That's why we got rings and he don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but one thing, too, not to cut you off, one thing I tell our kids at Westlake is that you have to commit to the school, not the coach.
You came in on Wednesday on time.
So a lot of times those kids, they do commit to a coach. Oh, he's super cool coach. I like him. He did this, he did that. But like you just stated, in a year or two, that coach get an offer he can't refuse, and he out.
Yeah. So
you have to commit. These kids really have to commit to the school and what's going to be best for them at that school.
Because I always say, because everybody experience different. Where you might have had a negative experience, I may have had a positive experience.
There we go.
So it always kind of go back to what we all talk about. Do your research.
There we go.
Because, again, it's finding your fit. Because, like I say, it may work for you.
It may work for you and not for you. It may not be your friend.
It may work for you.
I'll put you on the merit. You keep doing that.
Because
you be having all that knowledge over there. We don't be, what is that background?
Yeah, because we got somebody just chimed in. Amanda Williams says her child is at Westlake and feels like all the money goes to the band.
Wow.
Well, that's not true. The band, to answer your question, the band has a wonderful booster. Mm-hmm. They have strong parents that work. And so one of their band booster members, Nigel Kelly, he does a great job with the fundraising, things of that nature. But all the money does not go to the band. That is not the truth.
Well, man, before we go to break, the thing to piggyback off what Maceo said is, we just had Jonathan Dwyer in here.
Oh, yeah.
And he said before he went to a school, he researched their depth chart, all that stuff, so they can.
Stuff we've been naming.
Yeah, because he's like, at the end of the day, I went to Georgia Tech.
That's right.
So when Chan Gator left, he was still at Georgia Tech.
I'm good. Yeah. I didn't go for the coach.
I didn't go for the coach.
Yeah.
I wanted to be where I could play and where I know I like Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
So when you got to that point, Maceo, when you do that, negativity really don't hurt you because you like the school.
Right.
You do your thing. Hey, man, when we come back, man, we already got them started with the booster question, so let's go. Stay with us.
What's up, sis?
Nothing. Just sitting here reading about HIV in Atlanta and its surrounding areas. Did you know we're number 8 in the nation?
I know.
You need to get tested.
Nah, I don't get down like that. I'm good.
But you are a ladies' man. You don't know who they're with when they're not with you.
If I need to get tested, so do you.
No, I don't. I'm married.
True, but you don't know who he's with when he's not with you.
Oh, you got jokes. He's not like that.
Fact is, no one really knows what their partner is doing or who their partner is with when they're away.
Well, I'll get tested if you get tested.
Cool. Where can we go?
This article I'm reading says the Lifeline Project of CSB does free HIV testing. Let's go there.
Lifeline Project, here we come.
The Lifeline Project is a SAMHSA grant. For more information on free testing, please call 770-499-2422 or visit us on the web at www.cobbcsb.com.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
This is what legends are made of. This is what legends are made of.
As long as I see that fire in your eyes, I know we still good.
I do it off of the love.
We built this family, and this family's strong.
Empire on Fox.
This is Robert Hicks, ex-NFL football player and actor with The Blind Side, and you're with The Crush at ssnatl.com, Sensation Station Network.
I'm like...
The Crush interview brought to you by Oasis Software. The Oasis team is committed to providing full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. Oasis' motto is when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to orasi.com for more information. Maceo, go ahead and do the formal introduction, please.
Hey, man, it's very rare that a guy truly gets to go home and really do what he loves. It definitely has to be a passion, and when you do go home, clearly you care. Robert Wilson to the microphone, athletic director for Westlake High School, where he matriculated from.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Robert?
Oh, man, I'm just blessed.
Yes, you are,
blessed
brother.
to be here.
Yes, you
I
are.
want to give a big shout out to Chris for having me here. So
No doubt.
Just talk about the school, as you said, that I do love.
Hey, first of all, one thing we've noticed being around Westlake as much as we do, y'all got some fresh Under Armour gear that you just done brought up in here. The Crush would love to get us something like that.
There we go.
You know what?
We'll see what we can do for you.
Yeah, okay.
I got you.
Because May said we went to the game at Lakewood. They was all like, ooh.
I mean, hey, look, now stuff still costs now. Hey, look, now stuff still costs. Hey,
Coach, let me ask you a first question, man. The program has been very successful over the last few years, especially with the basketball winning the state championship, football team making it to the Final Four,
yes, sir,
and things like that going on. What can you attribute to some of that success so far?
Well, I'm going to give you a little history right quick.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't realize, and that just that side of town, number one, not just Westlake High School, but just your South County schools, your Creeksides, your Tri-Cities, your Banneker's. We've always had talent on that side of town. Yeah. I mean, it goes back. So before the days of YouTube and Instagram and, all these social media networks, we had people who, when I walked into Westlake High School, who I looked up to, like your Anthony Mitchell, who you all had on the store, who was who was the first guy to make it to the NFL from Westlake. Yeah. Your Rusty Beatles who played at Georgia, your Kevin Popes, your Marcus Colemans, those guys. And so we've always had athletes in the building. So, just as the years go on, Westlake really turned into not only a good academic school, but you have a lot of parents who want to come into that area and go to Westlake because we have great athletes. And not only do we have great athletes, but we've been blessed to have great coaches as well.
And that's one of the things that impressed me that I learned while I was down there. how many guys y'all have had since Anthony make it to
Oh,
the NFL.
man,
It's impressive, very impressive.
I mean, we've had a lot, and it's just not football, but we have great basketball players as well. And like I said, we just been blessed at that school, and a lot of people really don't understand. I had a conversation with a swim parent because we actually lost our swim coach, a guy named Coach Gossett. And what a lot of people didn't understand is that when you get a head football coach, Wendy knows this, or whatever coach it is, they have to be a certified teacher first. So a lot of people think, man, why you not hiring my boy, man? He swam, down at Washington Park. I'm like, man, he not even in the school system.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So to be able to have a lot of coaches in our building who are, number one, very passionate about their sport and who just take control of their program and want to succeed, I mean, it really does make my job easier. It does. So, that's, kind of how the maturation of Westlake really got started, and we kind of just kept going. And honestly, as a coach, just to be honest with you, coaches are competitive as well.
Very.
So I'm watching, Coach Rogers do his thing, his season before track season. I see Coach Reed. I'm like, okay, so they balling. So when track season come up, guess what we gonna do?
It's time to get busy.
We gonna ball too.
Now let's talk about, you brought up Coach Rogers. Something about winning the state championship in your school. You won one as a track coach. You won a few as a track coach. Just how does that? It just seems like that kind of motivates everybody in the building. Because once they see the attention that a state championship brings, it kind of motivates the entire school building.
It does motivate. It really does. One thing that I've noticed about, like I said, Coach Rogers, I think he's won 3 state championships. One thing that I do love, I can speak for track, is like at the end of the day, the kids may not come up and tell me, hey, Coach Wilson, I really want to go to school. But what happens is when you win championships, that brings more college coaches to your school.
Right.
And, since I've been there, I got to Westlake in 2006. We won 5 state championships and 3 runner-ups. And so
in track?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
I'm impressed with that.
And so I get a lot of email. No exaggeration. Before track season, so when January rolls around, I average over 120, 130 different emails from college coaches and just asking me, Coach Wilson, what do you have?
Wow.
They come to our track meet, so they may be coming to see Wendy Golston, who was ranked number 2 in the nation in the 100. But they may see Maceo. They may see Robert Wilson. And so that's what it does, because kids really do want to go to school. And that's at the end of the day. It's great to win championships, but for us at Westlake, it's about getting kids in school.
I have to apologize. I didn't know that. That is very impressive. That's one of the things, 5 championships.
Robert, you still get out there with them?
I do, actually. I do, time to time. I kind of catch them on that last run when they're real fatigued.
Right.
That's smart coaching.
Or work on them stars. Let me work on these stars.
Yeah.
I'm good for 10.
I get out there, just to stay in shape. Just try to keep, just keep the blood flowing.
But you still got it a little bit.
Look, just a tad bit. I worked out on Monday. I'm still sore.
Yeah, like look at this form. Look at Coach Form.
You stupid. Do that 10-yard run. See, I got you. See,
I got out these blocks. I got out these blocks.
I got you.
Right.
I got you. So I always want to know this when ADs do 2 jobs, and I used to have my high school football coaches do too. How is it to make sure that as the AD that everything is getting that love that they want? Because like I said, you got great athletes all around the school doing multiple, all these sports, but you got to make sure the funding gets to everybody to make sure everything. How is that for your job and things of that nature?
It is difficult, to be honest with you. But one thing as a AD that I had to do is I had to understand that every coach has wants and every coach has needs. Your swim program is not going to bring in money like your football or your basketball program. So it's only fair that those guys and girls on that swim team, get what they need. They may not necessarily get everything that they want, but they get what they need. And it kind of goes back to, like I was stating earlier, for instance, I use track for an example, right? So when I first got to Westlake in 2006, we only had maybe about 15, 20 kids really just trying to come run track. So, if I got somebody who was hurt, I may have to miss a track meet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
don't have enough kids to compete.
Yeah, I don't have enough kids to compete. But over the years, we grew our numbers. But back to you saying about the money, I knew that we had to be creative in fundraising. I had to think outside the box when it came to getting sponsors and things of that nature. So that's one thing that I do stress those smaller quote unquote sports, is that you have to think outside the box to raise money for your program. Because as a youth growing up, I never asked my parents for anything. Like my dad to tell you right now, man, I didn't ask my parents for a dime.
Hold on, Coach. Before we get in that, man, I might put somebody on the demerit. We need to take a commercial break real quick.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
When we come back, we'll talk more, Coach. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Hey, Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. A dollar today is not worth the same as a dollar tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
This is Corey Jarvis, head football coach at Mays High School. When I listen to sports radio, I listen to SSNATL.com.
Hey, man, we're back. We're in the Irish Chevrolet Hour. Go to ivorychevy.com for more information. Hey, man, Maceo, I think I had the one last one, man. I know you got a question that you read.
Man, I got so many, man. Let's talk about this playoff run, the football playoff run that you guys just went on. Change coaches.
There we go.
Bring a new coach in.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when a new coach comes in, you know, the expectation is we're going to have a good season. You know, we do a lot of coach talk. Talk about the run to go to the semifinals when nobody saw that coming. Just talk about it.
Man, that was special.
Very.
You know, with a lot of people, you know, I'm kind of going to paint a picture before I even go to it.
No doubt.
You know, what a lot of people don't really understand is how the whole situation kind of unfolded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Coach Love came in, you know, after, you know, us being, you know, 0-10 and then having some really good seasons, and he really changed the culture of football for Westlake. And he really got that Westlake pride back that we were used to having.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back when Coach Allen was the coach. You know, regardless if you win the championship or not, but you know, you knew when Westlake showed up, you had a team. So long story short, you know, when Coach Love decided to leave to go down to Lamar County, it was late in the game. You know, we had to start a recruiting process.
Very late.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We had to start a recruiting process for a coach, that is. Coach Reed, out of all the applicants that I got, Coach Reed really, really stood out. He did when he was down there in Florida. And we were just blessed. He really did well just coming in. And we knew that he couldn't really get a full staff in the beginning. Late in the game, a lot of coaches are already committed to other schools.
Yeah.
You know, to coach various places. We lost really one player. We lost Malik Willis, who's a great kid, ended up going to Roswell High School. So we initially played this season with our quote-unquote backup quarterback. Okay? And so a lot of people really didn't give us a chance. I mean, they really did. I mean, and even some of our own fans didn't give us a chance.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I mean? No doubt. Even some of my old classmates, Westlake grads, didn't give us a chance. Right.
What y'all doing?
You know, so we had a rough start. You know, we lost to Langston, starting off, and turned around, and we went down to Cartersville. You know, didn't do well there. Came back, played McEachin at home, played them tough.
Yes, you did.
And after the McEachin game, Coach Reed and I, on Mondays, we normally debrief about the game on Friday. So he'll come down and we'll talk. And he told me in my face, he didn't blink out. He said, Coach, he said, we're not going to lose again. Wow. We're not going to lose again. And then, you know, they kept winning. And then the boys had to get on board. Because, see, you had a lot of these guys who were seniors. They were so stuck on Coach Love.
They hadn't bought in yet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they hadn't bought in yet.
No, sir. You know, so they hadn't bought, you know, they didn't buy into the system. And like I told the kids, I said, man, when you all go to college and you blessed to go to college, your coach may leave you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that ball is still shaped the same. The field is still 100 yards. The weight room, you know, that 45-pound plate is still 45 pounds.
No doubt.
You know, so you have to really go. And it took a while. It took a while. It really did. And one thing that Coach Reed did this year to really get the kids on board, and this is how he thinks, you know, he thinks outside the box. I mean, he played guys in positions that they didn't even think they were going to play.
Right.
Right. You know, you got Jaden Hunter, who's a 4-star linebacker. Man, Jaden was playing tight end sometimes. Yes. You know,
I mean, you guys start a 5-star cornerback at quarterback.
Right. I mean, because we really didn't know how Rayvon Burch really was going to pan out for us. And I've known Rayvon, a lot of people don't know. I've known Rayvon since he was probably about 5 years old. Because his older brother, Randolph Burch, ran track for me when they first moved up from Miami.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, Coach Reed really, you know, he didn't know what he had.
Yeah.
I mean, he really didn't know. The spring practice, man, I was like, man, golly. You know, and so he just didn't know. So that's why we started off with AJ. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand is that AJ came to Coach Reed with that idea. Okay, because
speaks volumes about the kid.
Yeah, I mean, AJ, I can talk all day about AJ, but AJ,
he didn't have to do that.
No, he didn't have to. You know, all AJ wanted to do was just win. Yeah. So he came to Coach Reed and said, "Hey, Coach, you know, if I have to play quarterback, I try it for the team." And so that's how that.
Wow.
Went. So to go deep in the playoffs the way we did,
he knocked on the door.
Yeah, and so I mean, we were coming. I mean, we were coming. So it's a blessing. We are losing a lot of guys, but we have a great
foundation.
Man, we have a great foundation. We do.
I love it.
Let me ask this, Coach. I was lucky to see the Final Four and the game before that. Can you talk about the culture and the participation? Because I've been on note and on film saying I was a little, even though there was a lot of people there, I didn't hear the sounds that I'm used to hearing in a playoff run, and I was a little bit disappointed. But that's what you're talking about is about building the culture as well.
Are you talking about at Lakewood?
Not Lakewood, also at
home.
The Lounge guy.
Yeah. Man. I'm gonna be honest. You know, and I was disappointed myself just as a Westlake fan.
Yeah.
You know, how in the world can, you know, at the Lounge game, Lounge be louder than us?
That's what I'm saying. I was there, Coach, and I was upset.
Right.
And I'm not a Westlake guy. I got pretty messed up.
Yeah, I was. You know, but that goes back to really restoring that pride and making people believe in what you're doing.
Right.
And that's the difference between, you know, like right now, just to be honest with you, like Westlake fans. Sometimes we have fans that kind of just sit back, you know, and kind of wait. You know, kind of wait for you to fail. You know, so I want to cheer, but I really don't want to cheer too loud because I'm cheering and they're
gonna let me down.
Right, they're gonna let me down. But you know, for me, and you stated earlier, Maceo, one thing that I love about Westlake is like that's my school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna cheer for Westlake if we 0-10, 0-10, 0-10 because that's the school in my community. And you know, I know you all probably gonna get on it a little later, but that's the problem that we have with a lot of these kids and these parents. They're not loyal to the high school
at all.
You know what I mean? So they go jump ship quick, and they gonna piece you out. So that's the difference.
Wait, we got that on the schedule.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes and no. Yeah, no, but you hit it. Yeah.
So
that we talking about.
You know what I mean? So, but to go back to what you were saying, Coach, is that I think over time, I do think over time, you know, once people really understand, you know, that pride has never left. I mean, we have a new coach, new face, but you know. Coaches don't coach to lose. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, coaches don't coach to lose.
Right.
I mean, we don't, stay away from our kids, our wives, and, just stay away, man, because I want to lose. I want to come last place. Are you crazy?
And the thing, Coach, that like I was at the Lions game, the one thing I noticed when y'all was up 21-0, the Lions came out at halftime, they still was cheering.
Man, they fans.
That's why I was like, I was sitting there like, y'all, what's going on over here, man?
Look, at that Lions game, right? I met the guy. His dad's land. Lowndes High School is built on his dad's land.
Wow.
You know what I mean? For real, right? And so it just pride that they have. And one thing that their AD was telling me, I was telling him that I love they showed up at like 1 o'clock.
Oh, no doubt.
Right?
Probably wanted to
tailgate.
Y'all parking lot.
Right, in that parking lot. But one thing the AD was telling me is that, it's great to have the pride and the following. He said, but it's a gift and a curse as well, because, people expect you to win every year.
Yeah.
Every year. And that's rough as a coach. So, that does bring a lot of pressure.
And what's funny, you say that talking to, when we covered the state championship games, talking to the people from Valdosta. It's been so long since they've been like, they hadn't won it since '99. They were just like, hey, we're back. This is where we belong. Like, we're never going to ever lose this feeling again. It's like, it took them so long, but it's like, it's the pride that you're talking about.
It's the pride.
Man, they were like, even though we've had these rough seasons and we've had to watch Lions become this great team right across the railroad tracks.
Right.
Listen, now we're back, and now we're a problem. And that's what we need that's what we need our fans to understand. When you support the school, really support the school.
For real.
Really support it.
Yep.
What y'all know?
Right.
I'm sorry, keep going, man.
Yeah. So that was the thing that kind of bugged me about the Roswell game. Going in the hatch, I mean, you're here. I mean, people, y'all done parked like miles away.
Man, let me tell you something. Man. Yeah.
Like, y'all need to be cheering, like, regardless of what's going on with these kids, y'all need to be cheering. They down, so what? Cheer. Listen, it's only 4 schools playing football tonight.
In the state of Georgia.
That's it.
That's it.
And your school one of them.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, because, on one hand, it made me feel good to, like, look in the stands, you know what I mean, and see
it was
so many people. Man, it was
stupid.
The kids say it was.
Since we are extended right now, let's go ahead and get him in the hot seat, man, right now.
Let's do it.
There we go.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, man, it's time to jump into this hot seat with Coach real quick, man. Make sure start it off, brother. What you got for him?
Greatest joy being a Westlake Lion.
As a coach or a
just as a Westlake Lion.
Winning state championships. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? I take a lot of pride in winning. I just, like last year, our girls finished second, and I was mad. I was really pissed off. I was. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I had the best boys team on paper that I've ever had since 2006. Man, I had a cold boys team, and we should have won the state last year. But I had the best boys team that nobody really had a chance to see. So our goal this year is to win on the boys and girls side. Now, when we do that in 2017, then that's gonna be my greatest joy as a Westlake Lion.
That's what's up, man. When you won that first one as a coach, man, win that state championship, what's the feeling, man?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so green, man. I was.
You know what's going on?
Man, no. Well, it was so green because I'm trying to I ran track when I was growing up. You know what I mean? But it's a difference because now you have to. You have so many different moving pieces when it comes to track and field. And I never forget, I was walking through Publix, man, before the season started in 2006. And a buddy of mine, Airborne, called me and said, man, you just got this kid named Tim Grill. Tim Grill, he came from Hiram High School. His mom had cancer, so he had to move with his auntie who lived in Westlake District. Man, I ain't know nothing. I'm like, who is Tim Grill? And when I researched this dude, man, this dude was cold. I mean, this dude was cold. So long story short, man, my first year coaching, 2006, we won the state championship with 7 dudes.
Jeez.
But we covered so many events, though. You know,
that's
with
a lot
those
to
7
put
guys.
on 7 because you talking about 1, 2, 4
Hey,
by
let me
1,
tell you something.
400.
Man, my high school coach told me once before, right? If he has a horse, he gonna put a saddle on it. He gonna ride it. Yeah.
Boy, what you got one real quick for?
Nah, I ain't got one. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about some other stuff about his recruitment process.
All right, so what we gonna do, man? Coach, that was a abbreviated hot seat.
There
We got some
go.
more on the other side, though. We got some more on the
Yeah,
side.
man, come on, man, bring it to me.
Stay with us. It's the Crush.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
What's up, sis?
Nothing. Just sitting here reading about HIV in Atlanta and its surrounding areas. Did you know we're number 8 in the nation?
I know.
You need to get tested.
Nah, I don't get down like that. I'm good.
But you are a ladies' man. You don't know who they're with when they're not with you.
If I need to get tested, so do you.
No, I don't. I'm married.
True, but you don't know who he's with when he's not with you.
Oh, you got jokes. He's not like that.
Fact is, no one really knows what their partner is doing or who their partner is with when they're away.
Well, I'll get tested if you get tested.
Cool. Where can we go?
This article I'm reading says the Lifeline Project of CSB does free HIV testing. Let's go there.
Lifeline Project, here we come.
The Lifeline Project is a SAMHSA grant. For more information on free testing, please call 770-499-2422 or visit us on the web at www.cobbcsb.com.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com and let Truisms help you to the next level. Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden. If you hear my voice right now, that means you're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Shout out to them Cowboys. Not for real. Maceo Glaze, what up?
Hey, man, we're back. Still here with Coach Wilson, man. Talking about this program at Westlake High School. Wendy, you said you had something you had to drop on Coach real quick, man.
Yeah, let's talk about your recruiting process and how that went for you and how running track in college went for you.
At time me as a high school
kid. And then on to college.
Well, I was one of those athletes coming out in high school. I was pretty good in basketball as well. I was a better track runner than basketball player, but I didn't find out until later on. Until
we always do.
You know what I mean? Until my senior year when I'm getting Old National University recruit me for basketball.
Wow. You could play 21 all your life.
All your whole life. So
Old Nat L.
Right. So running track was just cool for me. I really got into track because, just to be transparent, the girls were running. I didn't know I could run. I was just, man, these girls, man.
Well, they out here in their uniforms.
Right.
I'm with it.
So long story short, I had a coach named Coach Cobb. Coach Napoleon. Not Napoleon. Vincent Cobb. I'm sorry. Yeah, Vincent Cobb. Now Vince went to Morehouse as well.
Okay.
But Vincent Cobb really changed my life, honestly. Even when I see this man to this day, I'm grown. I'm almost 40. When I see this man, I get goosebumps.
No doubt.
Because he really saw a lot in me that I didn't know that I had as a track runner. And so my junior year went well. I was one of the better 400-meter runners in the state of Georgia. My junior year, I won the state my junior year. And then, I started getting a lot of mail. I started getting a lot of entrance. My parents started getting phone calls. But one thing that my parents were always, my mom was an educator. She was a counselor. She retired as a counselor. So I knew that I needed to have my grades on point before I can step on the track.
Great.
You know what I mean? So great. So my motivation to do well in school was to play sports. You know, just to be honest with you.
Wow.
And so my senior year rolled around, and you know, I was like the man. You know, I'm not trying to be funny, but like myself, my senior year. Then you had my boy Angelo Taylor, who's a Southwestern Cab. You had Dwight Phillips. You had Gerald Williams. You know, these cats were, you know, I mean, they were Antonio Partridge. I mean, they were rolling. And so, I mean, the recruiting process, I mean, it just took off. It really did. I was blessed to have some really good grades coming out of high school. I did well on my SATs and was, you know, so I did well. So for me going into college, I wasn't a big fan. You know, I didn't say that, well, I have to go to LSU. Because I got recruited by all the big schools. I did. You know, but they really didn't move me. Because when I went on my visits, I felt like I was just a number. I did. And I was blessed. My mother and father both graduated from Tuskegee at the time. It was Tuskegee Institute. So growing up, me and my siblings, we would always go down to their homecoming. So HBCU, I mean, that was cool to me. Yeah, I mean, it was like, man, it was rocking, the bands jumping, my parents having a good time tailgating. So I got a good buddy of mine, which is kin to Wendy, Kevin Jefferson.
Everybody is.
Right? No.
Don't do me like
Wendy's husband, Jeff and Kevin are first cousins. Okay.
I'm telling you, man, everybody.
And so Kevin used to call me. No joke. This is a true story, man. Kevin used to call me on my house phone. You know, ain't nobody had no cell phone then.
Oh no,
he had to call on my house phone, right? And I always put college girls on the telephone. Let them talk. I mean, man, this guy was recruiting me hard, right? So I was like, man, I don't know about going to Southern. So you know, I did my visits to these, you know, these big schools, you know, and Southern was my last. I graduated from Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I told Cass, okay, Kevin, I'm gonna, you know, come down to Southern.
Wow.
And went on the visit, and I went down to Southern, man, and it just felt like home to me. I mean, it really was home. And one thing about track, you know, no matter what the track is, baby, that thing 400 meters, no matter where you at.
Times is times.
No
matter where you go.
Right, times and times, and we really had a fantastic track team. I'm not talking about just SWAC. I mean, we were so good, and this is a true story, that LSU stopped inviting us to come to their meets because we
they'll beat us. Yeah,
right. You know, and so that's how it worked for me. And so one thing that I do at Westlake is that I encourage parents and kids to explore all your options. Because one thing about going to these big schools, like you may have the talent physically, like you may be strong, fast, can shoot that J, you know, run great routes, whatever it is, but it takes a different type of person to be in the SEC or the ACC, any of those conferences, because day in and day out, you're gonna have somebody just as good or better than you. Right. So you know, so one thing I do, Wendy, is I try to make sure kids are going to a school that's gonna fit them.
Oh my God! So with that, Coach, how you good on time, man?
Man, I'm good.
You can hang around with us a little bit.
Man, let's kick it.
All right, there it is. When we come back, man, we'll jump into the rundown. Stay with us.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer. I want to be a warm place on a cold day. I want to be a football stadium. I want to be a bike that races around the country. I want to be a bench on a forest trail. When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org.
Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction.
Invest $49 a month at a real gym.
For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans Body Tech.
This is Tracy Hutchins with CBS 46 News. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
We're in the Crush Rundown brought to you by Paris Capital. Paris Capital can help you achieve your financial goals by providing high-quality advisory services and making smart investment decisions. Go to Paris Capital. It's PARRISH Capital with an A.com for more information. Maceo, what topic would you like to talk about in the rundown, sir?
Oh, so we're going right here. So the state of Florida just got a significant bump in the coaching ranks. So we've already had Mark Rick at Miami. We had Jimbo Fisher at Florida State, Jim McElwain at Florida. Now you add Charlie Strong to South Florida. Now you throw in Lane Kiffin at Florida Atlantic University. The state of Florida, the recruiting has become crazy down in the state of Florida. You got 5 guys who have national name, national reputations, all fighting for kids to go to their universities. Glaze, what's your take on it?
Mark Rick's going to hurt. All 3 of the big schools going to hurt now. Because Lane Kiffin is already picking up people. He's going down there.
You see who he picked up today?
He got that controversial kid.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He got the kid that was at Florida State.
And you know they both can recruit.
Yes. Right.
So they going to hit this state hard. So some of them Florida kids that might have not got that playing time, they about to go to South Florida or Florida Atlantic. I think you're going to see one of the big 3 drop again. And I'm thinking it may be, I hate to say it, maybe Florida. I don't know how McElwain is with recruiting, and maybe Mark Rick. I think Florida State's fine. I think your boy gonna get his people.
Yeah, Jimbo will get his people. Jimbo will be fine.
I think the other 2, they may be in a little trouble, man.
Talk about it, Coach Wilson.
I agree. I mean, you know, when you have those names, man, those some big names.
Those sexy names,
man. Yes, yes. So you know, it's gonna get chopped up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really gonna get chopped up. So it kind of goes back to what you were talking about. You know, with that negativity. You know. So what kind of negativity is going to be spread in those households?
It's like another
when they going up, right? But it's good for the sport of football.
Yeah.
In Florida, and just period, because you know you're going to have kids who may not necessarily want to go to, you know, that large, as you said, big school. Yeah. I can go to another school and get some great coaching as well.
Let's talk about it, Wendy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to really pick up for like Florida International and Florida Atlantic. I think they're going to end up pulling some kids that might have gone to bigger schools, like what Robert just said. They'll end up going to schools that aren't quite as big, but that still have big programs. And again, like I said, it's going to be like a presidential election. Everybody's going to be fighting. Now it's really going to come down, can you recruit both inside and outside of that state?
Right.
It's going to become more important. What can you do outside of the state? Because now you're all pulling from the same pool of kids in your talent pool. And so now you're splitting the kids up because a lot of them may have typically gone to school together.
Yeah.
Because they were friends.
Let me ask you this, Mace. Do you think it closes the border for Florida more now? A lot of kids might not go out of the state like they are because they got. If you got Lane Kiffin at one school,
there's no reason to.
You can still get to where you need to get to.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to leave.
And the thing, because now you have more options. It's kind of like what Coach Wilson was saying. You have a kid who's kind of borderline.
Yeah.
Right.
Why would I go to Florida State where it's gonna be? Where I'm gonna be sitting in the class with 200-300 people. Where I can probably go to Florida Atlantic. Yeah. I probably go to South Florida and. A smaller class size,
there we go.
But I'm gonna still get the same experience because today everybody has exposure now.
Yeah.
Everybody has exposure now. You huddle everything. Somebody just cut you up some clips.
And you good.
You good.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna close the border a little bit because what you got to figure too is still some guys like Taggart who left South Florida to go to Oregon.
Right.
He got ties still in Florida.
Exactly.
So how many kids are gonna be like? I ain't consider Oregon, but I might go with
that's right.
To wear 30 uniforms.
Yeah.
I might do it.
I just may do that.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be real interesting because I don't think Miami them put that Florida Atlantic or South Florida game on there. Hey, we really don't need to play them this year. Let's get us another school because even though they can talk about Charlie wins. He was built in Texas. That's why it's going to be when Herman gets this team. Oh, they look great. No, he was building. This is all his players.
He already had them in there.
Yeah, these are his players that he's winning with. But I just think, let me ask y'all this about this. What is this going to be from the recruiting process for these kids as far as, I might want to go to this, but I'm going to have all these Florida coaches, big name coaches, maybe coming to see me. So now, what does this do for recruiting in the state of Florida? What you guys think?
It's going to be crazy. It is. It's going to be crazy. Granted, coaches only have that one period. They have a shorter period of time, the head coaches, that they can come in. So, and they get that one visit. So, I think it's going to make it crazy because now you're going to have these head coaches trying to run around to all these schools in Florida trying to get the kids. And, they're going to show up at the schools where they think they can get the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to be crazy down there.
They were definitely the fringe kids.
Yeah.
Because, see, now at Florida Atlantic University, I can get a kid who probably it's going to be a little bit tougher for you to get in Miami.
There we go. Now you talking.
Or Florida.
Yeah.
But see, you can come on over here and see. I can like massage one or two people.
Get you in.
And I can just walk you in the door.
Right.
It's good.
What's your thoughts, Coach?
No, I agree. Because a lot of times, you definitely get those coaches. Like I was talking to a coach from UCLA. He's recruiting some of my athletes, some of my track athletes. And out the gate, he was like, Coach, if you don't have the grades, man, I can't even recruit this dude.
Yeah.
And so, like Maceo was saying, at a school that doesn't have as strict academic requirements, that same kid, as you said, that coach doesn't have to go before a board. Because, see, that's what they do, and these kids don't know. You get a kid they consider like a high-risk kid.
Oh.
And so that, that head coach has to go see somebody and say, hey,
I really need him.
Yeah.
But at a smaller school, he fit the requirements. Bring him in.
Right.
You know what I just thought about too, Mace, real quick? These new coaches are going to go to Florida. That will give 4 coaches in the state of Florida pro-style offense.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Now you got a coach. Charlie plays pro-style. Lane, he's got a little bit, but it's still a pro-style. Rick pro-style. Jimbo pro. I might go down to Florida because they do schools and it's nice weather all year.
Right.
Why would I go in? So I think it's going to affect states like Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina. Florida might be a hotbed again.
But that may help Georgia though. Then my mic go out.
No,
that may help Georgia. So I kids to stop running down to Florida. It may.
Hey, it's gonna make it interesting. Like I say, if I'm a kid, I'm kind of on the bubble. I might want to build something with Lane Kiffin because I may be the guy
over there
at FAU versus I'm just a number like you just said.
Yes, sir.
LSU versus Southern.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. That's true.
I guess that's commercial music. We'll be right back.
Knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's. It's time to say,
hey, Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. $1 today is not worth the same as $1 tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day.
I want to be a football stadium.
I want to be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
This is what legends are made of. This is what legends are made of.
As long as I see that fire in your eyes, I know we still good.
I do it off of that love.
We built this family, and this family's strong.
Empire on Fox.
And so a new American industry has been born.
Sensation Station Network.
What's up? It's Garrison Hurst, University of Georgia. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Go Dogs.
Man, we're going to this 9 o'clock hour brought to you by the Lifeline Project of Cobb Douglas Community Services Board. Lifeline provides free HIV testing and is married at a Monday through Friday. Lifeline is committed to educating the community on HIV to increase the public's awareness. For more information, please give them a call at 770-499-2422. Visit them on the web at cobbcsb.com. Wendy, I was asking you before we left, while we was in the break, what are Florida Atlantic and South Florida? What conference are they?
Conference USA.
So they are Conference USA.
So the Division 1, playing Division 1
Division
football.
1 football, which brings up the
FBS. Remember we talked about it.
Yeah.
FBS.
The FBS, which again goes back to what you were saying, Mace. It makes it more interesting now. If I'm a kid, I can still play in bowl games. I'm still gonna get that ESPN money. I'm still gonna play Conference USA.
I'm still getting exposure.
I'm getting exposure.
Everybody get exposure.
Yeah,
you better
everybody
believe
does.
Get your film together.
Yeah. So I have to think about it. Cole, let me ask you this real quick while we got you. Kids being recruited at Westlake.
Okay.
What are some of the things that you'd like to try to make sure they understand while they're going through the recruitment process?
Well, like I stated already, number one, just number one is be open-minded. Okay. So if a Clark Atlanta comes and talks to you, don't shun them away. Because you never know where that coach may be.
Right.
A year or two from now. Number one, be open-minded. And number two, like I tell the kids, is just commit to a school. Go to a school where you feel that, that you can fit in and have maybe not a sudden impact. Because that's another thing that's wrong with a lot of these parents and a lot of these kids. But that's a whole nother topic, is that, parents don't want to believe. I tell the kids all the time in Westlake, you got to believe in the process. So, we said all the time at University of Alabama, you see jokers, 5-star athletes. That joker get in just on kickoff return.
Boy, and some don't even touch the field at all. They be there 4-5 years.
Right, and don't
never get on the field.
All, you know what I mean? But if he had gone to a smaller school, then he good. So to answer your question, that's one thing I do. I tell the kids to be open-minded and to commit to a school, not a coach.
I want to ask you this about you talking about you were recruited by all your bigger schools, but you ended up at Southern. Going on those big recruits, like say like a LSU,
right?
The size of the campus,
right?
Well, was that kind of like a factor in your thought process?
No, it didn't. One thing I can say about my parents is that we didn't have a lot of money growing up, but they did expose us to different things. So the size of a campus, it was cool to me because I said, you know what? I'm gonna get me a bicycle. I'm just gonna ride around the bike, ride around on the bicycle. You know what I mean? If that's the case. But to be honest with you though, man, so it was, I felt that vibe from those coaches, man, that it was just, they just saw me and my kids, if my track kids are listening, they're gonna laugh at me. Because, in track is all about scoring points.
Yeah.
If you're not scoring points.
Oh, yeah, you ain't no good.
You ain't no good.
Yeah, you ain't no good.
Period. Point blank, period. So I looked at them as just points. But when I went to Southern, like I said, my last visit, I felt as though the camaraderie on the team was man, it was amazing. And the coach, although rest in peace, Johnny Thomas, he was crazy, but I knew that he cared about me more than just on the track. You know what I mean?
Coach, that means so much. So many times, a lot of the kids that I've coached, once they go through, and they, you always hate to hear those kids who be like, Coach, I should have went to such and such.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm like, that's why you do all of your homework before you make that decision. Because again, you have to be able to live with the decision next 4 years. And it's not about picking up, leaving. Yeah. Everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, it bugs me that we don't take the time to research this process enough and stop being so quick to just because, I want to go to, well, that school, no, that's what you want to come. They're going to use it against you.
Yeah.
That's right.
And when you get there, like I say, the parade and all that stuff they laid out for you on your recruiting trip. Now when you show up, dude, you are low man on the totem pole.
I just thought about what he said though. When them big schools, they do calculate points when they looking at you on the track. Feel like, okay, he can give me 12, so that makes me closer to that NCAA championship that I need.
Yes, sir.
To get. So, wow,
man,
hey,
he ain't placing. Oh man, cause we done.
What was your time again? Nah, man. When we come back, man, it's time to get a little wisdom. It's Wendy's wisdom time. Stay with us. It's the Crush.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
This is Amar Batman Carroll. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, we're back. And looking at the clock, it's about that time for Wendy's Wisdom. Wendy, let's go.
So, tonight what I want to talk about is signing day. It's coming up.
Boy,
and,
it's here, February 1st.
Yeah, February 1st. And what I want to do is talk about everything that comes along with signing day. Because I think some people just don't understand exactly what they're getting into. That's a contract. And it's a contract. So you sign it, your parents sign off on it, and we actually usually fax it back from the school. Go ahead and fax it back, and we mail a copy back to them as well. And so, what I want to stress to people is I encourage them to still take all 5 of their visits.
Please take all your visits.
Right now, some schools are in a dead period, so you can't see the coaches face to face, but you still can go on an official visit. So I just want to stress, finish strong. The semester is ending. So finish strong. We got a January and February SAT and ACT coming up.
So much pressure on these
kids. If you need to take it again, you need to register now in the next 1 to 2 weeks because the deadline. I know one of the deadlines is December 21st. So I just, it just really bothers me that I have some people right now that still aren't qualified for whatever reason. Either they're borderline grades or they're borderline with their SAT, ACT. So I guess for them, they need to finish their grades strong right now. Make sure you're doing well on this final. I know Fulton County doesn't get out until next week. We're going to get out to Thursday. So we have another week to go. So make sure you're studying, doing what you need to do, following up with your teachers, getting any makeup work, any of that type of thing that you need to be handling. And then go ahead and get registered again for the SAT or ACT. You don't want to miss your opportunity because you couldn't get past that test, and we're on that sliding scale.
If you had to say, Wendy, what would you consider this time if you were looking like a race? What would you call this particular time? Because right now, you're telling everybody, hey, it's time to regroup, but kids, some kids ain't going to do it. But
they're not.
And it's going to be, so this period, they say dead period, but this is a very important time that they need to do.
It's almost like dead period for the kids because they almost feel like, oh, it's the end.
Yeah.
I don't need to do any more work. And they starting to get a little bit of that senioritis. I mean, that's really what we're going through, I think, at most schools right now, and trying to push and encourage them to finish strong. So it's like that last, 100? Don't start running now. I mean, y'all better keep running the last 10 yards.
This that third leg right there. You ready to go past that stick to 4.
Right. Yeah. I mean, don't stop running now. You can't quit right now because you can see everything that you worked so hard for all this time get taken away from you that easy. Those offers could just as fast as they came, they can disappear.
Especially if you don't have the score, because it's about your score. It's about the GPA. You have to prove to these people. Really, your GPA is about showing the commitment that you, because
that's right.
It's been no pass, no play forever.
Right.
If I can't get you in my school, how can you help me?
And what I can tell the kids right now, I'm like, they're looking at how you finish.
Yeah.
They're looking at how you finish.
Yeah.
Because that's going to tell them a lot about how you're going to stay to the end, work hard. All those things matter. It's not just about academics right now. It's showing that you are willing to stay and fight through all the way to the end, no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, that seems kind of dangerous because, honestly, I got a junior, and now we kind of looking at it like, and Maceo do as well. We sitting there like, all right, where we at? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
What we did this, because our school is, we have on like 2 semesters. So we got this semester, you get your grades, and then you got another one coming. So I know we share GPA and all that, but it is I don't think it has a dead time. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, dog, it's time to say where we at. You know what I'm saying? Right. Where are we right now?
But this is why you give yourself such a great start. Come in and take it serious from the word go.
Yeah.
If you know you want to go to college.
Yeah.
Start strong.
Your grades. I mean, that's all everybody talks about today. They don't even talk about your athleticism no more.
No, sir.
They talk about what's your core GPA?
Can I see his transcript?
Can I see your transcript?
And what's his core GPA?
Test score? And you got so many kids who sitting here coming up to the edge now who still don't have no test score, who gonna put all this pressure on themselves.
That's right.
To try to get they got basically one shot to get this test score before February 1st.
Right.
The only gift they should be getting is a free SAT test. That's your gift. You get to take the SAT for free. Thank you. But that's the biggest thing. Just trying to, and Coach, what Wendy was talking about, trying to get that to the kids to understand. Look, man, this is. It might be a break, but where are you right now?
Yeah, you definitely have to, and a lot of times, as a coach, because you do have coaches who don't mention anything about a sliding scale or core GPA. I mean, you do, and it's sad. And I tell any kid out there, any parent, that if your child has a coach that's not talking about being a student first, you may need to rethink that coach because I'm being
they don't
for
have
real.
Your child's best interest at heart.
Right. No, they don't. I mean, that's why they call them student athletes.
They looking at points.
Right. But they're definitely a student first, and you definitely have to preach academics.
Now, as an AD, do you try to encourage your parent? Because to me, I just feel like we have to have more parent sit downs, especially when we get the kids, the 9th graders, that group coming in. Or do we go talk to the feeder schools and hey, listen, coming into our school, we take grades serious.
Yeah, you have to. What I've done over there at Westlake, and I know Wendy does the same thing, is that we have seminars over there. We bring in people, whether it be like a recruiting seminar, bring in people who talk about test scores and just everything, and we put it on Twitter, we put it on the school-wide blast to give parents an opportunity to come in and hear from the experts, experts like Wendy, who are going to tell you, what you need to know. Now, if the parent chooses to take advantage of this free opportunity, then that's on them. But you have to just preach it to the kid over and over and over again. You have to.
And I'm finding now, I'm saying it every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I'm repeating it to parents. I'm repeating it to the same students. it's a never-ending cycle of having to keep reminding them, hey, don't forget your grades. Don't forget
You know what I'm
take
gonna
your
do?
score. Don't forget you got to take a test.
You know what I'm gonna do, Maceo? I'm gonna cut up a couple of Wendy's wheels and just gonna send them to you.
We got to.
And just put them on, so you can just give them to. Look, man, this is what I've been saying. I'm tired of talking, man.
Right.
Just hit it up, man.
I just, it's like I say this, like really, I could use a recording because I say the same spiel over and over.
I'm gonna cut some up. I'm gonna cut some up. Hey, man, we come back, man. We're going into recruiting roundtable. My favorite topic, Maceo. What does it take to win a state title? Well, I can't wait to talk about that.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
with it, man. It's the Crush.
Aren't born, they're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first. I will never accept defeat. I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough. Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I am an expert, and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
As long as I see that fire in your eyes, I know we still good.
We built this family, and this family's strong.
On Fox.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Killer Mike, Killer Kill from the Ville. You're checking me out right now on the Sensation Station Network. Make sure you tune in, suckers.
Hey, man, we back. We're about to go into this recruiting roundtable real quick. Discussing what does it take to win a state title, man. What you got, Mace?
Man, we got a state champion right here. I'm going to let Coach kick it off. Coach.
Yes, sir.
What does it take to win a state championship, Coach?
To be honest with you, you know, it takes a little luck too. It
takes
does.
a lot of luck.
You know, and people don't want to say luck, and but it does. We got a guy, Coach Coverson at Westlake High School. You know, he's been with the Westlake track and field program for over 20 years. His son and I ran track together, Eddie. And when I first got there in 06, that's what he told me, and I really didn't understand what he meant by that. So the stars definitely have to line up for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they definitely do, because, you know, you got teams all across Georgia, you know, doing the same thing you doing, trying to win the state. But one thing that has helped us at Westlake is that we have a formula that works for us, okay? You know, and that's not knocking any other schools, because you have some really good track programs out there that do the things that work for them. But but the stuff that has worked for us, it has. One thing about track is, you have to score points in multiple events. And a lot of times kids and parents, they just want to see the hoorah races. The 4x1.
4x1, the 100,
you know what I mean?
200.
And that's
Sometimes
it.
400.
And that's it.
Like, what's taking the track meet so long? It's more than just those events.
Right. So, and then, your kids have to believe in what you do.
Yeah. Total buy-in.
You have to have 100% buy-in from your kids, and you have to have 100% buy-in from your parents. Because at the end of the day, if Maceo is my stud, coach my stud, they have a lot of people in their ears who's saying, well, man, Coach Wilson, man, he doing this. Why he doing why he training you like this? So the kid has to be 100% for that particular school. And I think, when you get told to buy in from your kids, your program is just going to really just skyrocket. And that's what has helped us at Westlake. I got to be honest with you. We have some great parents over there, I know, in that track program, who allow me to coach their kids. I mean, they do. I've gotten, I can name a bunch of kids, but I've gotten kids so you would think their parents would be like helicopter parents.
There go that term again. That's the second time this week I done heard that. I got to use that.
But, those parents trust what we do. It's just not me, because, we have like 7 coaches on staff. And they trust us with their kids. And so that's what it takes to win a state championship.
And I got parent participation. I got to check that off. All in. I got that check. Glaze, you won the state championship as a player down at Lincoln County.
Yeah, there we go.
Won a couple of them.
What's the formula down there?
It's what Coach is saying, man. We had a great back. We had Garrison Hurst. But at the end of the day, Garrison Hurst was like, dog, if I ain't winning that title, it don't matter.
Right.
It's at the end of the day is, I had the pleasure of taking Maceo to see one of our games.
Gotcha.
And
different kind of animal down there.
And it's only it's Class A football, but it's packed stands.
Gotcha.
People with the buckets, and so they all bought in up there.
Oh yeah, they shaking the pennies in the milk jug, all that.
So
all that.
It's what, and I always. So when you said you won 3 states. You won 3 straight. I was like, you won 3. I was like, that's impressive, because the one thing that I've always found is like the coach from Grayson. He won in 3 different places.
Yeah.
He had a formula.
And he was the guy at the end of the day that at the program, if you look at the head coach and he's strong, that's why I still think Mays would have won one, but I ain't going to say that. But, if you got that guy sitting there and you can just count on him, man, because we had Larry Campbell who won over 400 games in high school. I mean,
wow.
We knew when we came out that.
That's great.
Real quick story. My senior year, we lost Garrison Hurst. He went to Georgia, and we sitting there. I probably told him to make sure the story. And the Atlanta Journal came out with the top 10 teams in our classification.
Okay.
He was going down. He's number 1, Clinch County. Number 2, this county. And then he got to us. We was number 7. When I say practice got quiet, because we just felt so disrespected, because we felt we was a program. The first thing they said, they don't have Garrison Hurst. They won't win.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We won 15 straight that year and won another title, because it was the program. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's my thing. It's got to be that feeling like, and I love what Maceo always say when he was talking to that Valdosta coach. That's one of my favorite stories of all time, man.
I chased this dude down to like 3 camps. I find out what camp he went to work. I'm like, because I'm trying to find out, 1, how you beat us, and 2, just what was your thought process. And he told me, he was like, listen, first round, second round, about talent. Everybody got talent.
Yeah.
3rd, 4th, and 5th round is about your program.
Wow.
And he said, I want you to just think about this. Look in the dome every year. Look at the teams that are in the dome, and I'm willing to bet you they're always mostly the same teams, because those are the strong programs. And I looked at it totally different from that day forward. I was like, well, okay. But it's because those programs have a foundation. Those programs are all in.
Right.
But they have the facilities and the money.
You gotta have.
You gotta have that.
And I was going to ask that about Wendy. I know what you do for Langston, and money is a big thing, and facilities and all. And I think y'all have nice facilities down there. But what is that meaning for your program? If y'all got that type of thing with money and facilities, all that.
I definitely think it would change a lot about the coaching staff as well.
Yeah.
Because you could bring in others.
Right.
where you can pay them maybe like through the booster,
Right.
which we don't have.
Right.
And I see that's what some other programs are doing. They'll have a larger staff, but they're able to pull some of those people in through boosters, which
That's
we
right.
can't afford to do. And I also think like we probably bring in like just a definite weight coach, a weightlifting coach. Like there's different pieces that you will bring
A
in.
true
that
strength
you-
and conditioning coach.
Right, that we just can't afford to do right now. And I think too, it would just change everything about us as a school, like our buy-in and stuff. If they were able to see all that, and we don't have it.
When we come back, Mace, I want to.
And we're gonna continue this because it's funny because Ronald Holiday checked it. We gotta get Ronald Holiday in studio. Ronald Holiday is one of the kids I'm always
But I wanna
talking
ask
about.
you-
I'm gonna choke you, Ronald
I want to
Holiday.
ask you,
My
Mace.
bad.
One of the big things I've seen in the inner city schools and the kids in the South, y'all do win states in other things like in basketball and things like that. So I want to see how that. Football is the big sport, but y'all still winning titles all over the place. So, so let's talk about that, man. Let's keep coming. Ronald, man, get your butt in here.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
What's up, sis?
Nothing. Just sitting here reading about HIV in Atlanta and its surrounding areas. Did you know we're number 8 in the nation?
I know.
You need to get tested.
Nah, I don't get down like that. I'm good.
But you are a ladies' man. You don't know who they're with when they're not with you.
If I need to get tested, so do you.
No, I don't. I'm married.
True, but you don't know who he's with when he's not with you.
Oh, you got jokes. He's not like that.
Fact is, no one really knows what their partner is doing or who their partner is with when they're away.
Well, I'll get tested if you get tested.
Cool. Where can we go?
This article I'm reading says the Lifeline Project of CSB does free HIV testing. Let's go there.
Lifeline Project, here we come.
The Lifeline Project is a SAMHSA grant. For more information on free testing, please call 770-499-2422 or visit us on the web at www.cobbcsb.com.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction. Invest $49 a month at a real gym. For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans Body Tech.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
You do your thing, all right? Don't be nervous, okay? It's easy.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I say that to say this. If you wouldn't have did what you would have did, then we wouldn't have been where we was at to get what we got.
That just don't make no sense, dog.
It's the crush.
It still don't make no sense, but we back, man.
Alert, alert, alert. Major key alert. I just found out something I didn't know. Secure the bag. It's no bag in Fulton County.
It's no bag.
It's no bag.
When we sit on that Westlake sideline, it looked like 2 Fulton County areas. We saw North Fulton.
And you saw South.
Yeah, and that Lakewood. We were sitting there like, now we know some things that we.
I had the key.
We back, man. We talking about winning the state. So let me ask y'all this, man. And the one thing that I've always, do you think, and because Atlanta, if you might not win the state in football, which is like, but y'all basketball and track and field like you got with the winning. Because I used to hate going up there because we did every now and then go to it in Jefferson County back in the day.
Right.
You go there and you be like, man, who's all these brothers coming from these schools?
Oh, we flying.
Smoking us
Man,
out here.
we flying.
Oh, yeah.
We flying.
For real.
I'm seeing some, how they running 10 this.
We flying.
Lord, but winning other titles though. I mean, it's not as everybody got the dome, and GHSA put a lot of effort into them.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But he fresh off a basketball state championship.
So how do winning other titles like that? What do y'all have to do? It seems like there's some type of establishment of programs when it comes to those sports as well.
You speaking at Westlake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But like I said, it goes. And this is just my opinion. It goes back to those coaches who really, put a lot of time in their craft.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, this is no joke. Myself, Coach Hankerson, that's our girls basketball coach.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Rogers, this is no joke. No matter during Christmas break, during summer break, doing whatever break it is, like, we up there doing something.
Yep.
Like you up there doing something. And the thing about, you made a comment about football, because football is king in the South. I mean, we know that you got a lot of park and recreations, a lot of, high schools pulling from this park and from this park. But I truly feel like down in Valdosta, if our kids, really stayed on our side of town, then, then we would have state championships at Langston, at Creekside. You know what I mean? So it goes back to, you talking about every year in the dome. I mean, those kids, like for real, like we would be in the dome because I don't care what anybody says, man. Roswell don't have no talent like we got on the South. You know what I mean? Gwinnett is good. They have a lot of talent, but just pound for pound,
they pull.
I think that we have a lot of talent. So I think if our kids, number one, stayed in football, for football, because here's the deal. Our basketball program, Coach Hankson and Coach Rogers, they don't have to worry about that kid who's enrolled at Camp Creek Middle School or Sandtown that's going to go somewhere.
Because he's coming.
They coming. Prime example.
Raekwon was coming.
You know what I mean? Like Trinity Flagler, she's a 9th grader.
Yeah.
Kennedy Simon, she's a junior.
Yeah.
Like, I knew these kids when they were 4th grade, man.
Yeah.
So I knew they were coming. I knew their parents didn't want to take them elsewhere because they saw the success that we had. And so that's why the other sports really don't have that issue.
Interesting. And again, what's funny, because like you say, you always got to be doing something. Like, so we were so far ahead, like offensively. I remember like people like, well, what is this y'all running when we was at Douglas? And it's like, dude, we go to, like, Coach Cantrell made a point that every summer you had to go to a clinic. If you didn't go to a clinic, you wasn't coaching for him.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, go see this, go learn this, go. And when you came, but it was so crazy because, everybody draw up a sweep.
Right.
But the way they run this sweep over here, like, oh, okay, so, you want to be pass happy? Well, go see what Bobby Petrino, why his pass and scheme worked like this. So we, like, wait a minute, hold on, I don't know nothing. But that's part of coaching.
Yeah.
And the thing, like I said, when you talk about Gwinnett, who pays their coaches for the summer.
Right.
Thank you.
That's one heck of advantage.
And our stipends get straight cut off in the summer.
Right.
Oh, it's done. Yeah, you done.
If you got 24-25 coaches, and you can pay those coaches in the summer, I can give a coach $2,500 a piece. It's going to be a little more time and dedication and commitment to summer workout.
Yes, sir.
Not to mention that I do have the room and the space, and I can put 100 kids in my weight room at McKeachin.
Right, but not only that though, it goes back to what you were talking about earlier, like the very first caller said, it's boosters.
Yeah.
It's boosters. I mean, a lot of us got play boosters.
Right.
For real. I mean, you want to take pictures, pass out T-shirts. I mean, that's not a booster, man. I mean, I get committees to do that.
Right.
You
get a group of teachers to commit to doing that.
You know what I mean? But you need, reserve to pay your coaches because these coaches, I mean, they do a lot. I mean, they sacrifice a lot of time from their family.
Yeah. Our coaches got paid.
Yeah.
Because we had 9 o'clock workouts at 6 o'clock. You had to make 15. And the same coach with that, he was getting an extra little some.
It makes it easy.
It makes a difference. So when we came in the summer program, we was already ready to go.
And the thing about you talk about that stipend, your stipend don't kick in till like school starts.
September.
You start school in August. So coaches, mind you,
Been
football's
grinding
already
since
at
July.
that cross country's already out.
Yeah, all your fall sports. All your fall sports.
Volleyball has already started.
You
ain't got no stipend.
But you done spent that, like, it'd be so funny when we finally get the stipend. You would be like, dude, do you know how many cleats, how many pair of gloves, socks,
you done paid for
prizes, I done went about y'all tape, you know, it's
gas money.
It's but I don't even start that.
That's why I will always say, when these APS and all schools get to the dome, hey man, I don't know how y'all got there. I don't know how y'all getting there, but clap for y'all, man. We'll be right back. Hey Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. $1 today is not worth the same as $1 tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Y'all need anything else?
Sensation Station Network.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey man, we're back, man. We was just some of the story. I'm still yes. Sometimes, man, because and the good thing about what we do now is we get to see every side. Like when they invite us to Langston Hughes,
right?
I ain't gonna lie, I was a little surprised that the press box was in because I go to press box, we full. Well, where we're going, and I'm just sitting there like some things, and I know Wendy works her butt off, and she's crazy trying to get all this stuff, and she gonna look. I'm like. But to win a state, man, it just has to be some things in place to get it, man. And I think the one thing we all are talking about is believing it, man. And just somebody who's just, you got a coach that's ready to do it, a booster club that's ready to do their thing. Wendy, let's talk about booster clubs. You.
Lack of.
Yeah.
What you want to talk about? Lack of.
So if you could have your choice of a booster club to get you there, what were some of the things that you would want to see?
You know what? I think for us, we need to get people there. So, I mean, we need to reach out more into the community. I mean, we have an elementary school and a middle school right there. Like, the elementary school's in the parking lot with us.
Yeah.
So we need to do more with those schools through our booster to get everybody at the games. More for the community.
Yeah.
We don't have participation, so that's one thing. And two, we need money. Fulton County again doesn't have the money.
Get Coke Cannon.
I'm the booster club Cannon. Buying snacks for the boys. So, but it's just something after school they're hungry sometimes and they need a snack before practice. We may do study hall first. That's something that the booster club can help out with. But we don't have it.
Can I ask a question? I'm really just into this. What was pregame meals for the football teams and where y'all coach at? What was pregame? Because I know our pregame's off the chain. What was y'all pregame?
Ours are catered.
Okay, so that's good.
We have someone that does come in. It's just usually like a meat, probably a rice and a vegetable.
A meat, a rice.
It's catered.
Okay, I just look at all kind of things because.
We have a parent that fixes something.
Yeah, we had like parents got together. I mean, they did it. But one of the things that a lot of these schools do, I know Buford do it. Buford feed the kids every day.
Really?
They feed the kids every day. Roswell do the same thing. They feed the kids every day.
Yes. So does Coldquit. Coldquit High School. They do the same. Yeah.
And so that goes back to my point, like that. But that's probably coming through the booster
it's
program.
It's definitely coming through the.
It's definitely. Like I say, we took our, like I was telling you earlier. So we took our parents. One year, our parents they were tripping about booster. Why did it? So again, we made a field trip. Took the field trip. Took them up to Buford. Let them see what goes on daily to day. And like I say, the first thing the lady told our parents, if y'all don't have $100,000 liquid cash to put y'all hands on, why do y'all have a boots club?
Wow.
And all the parents, I can remember the parents coming back, and Cantrell, he was in there, we ain't got to worry about these parents no more now. Because it just really put it in perspective. Like, you want uniforms, you want this, and you like, so why is it this fee? And but like, if you have all of these things in place, you don't have to worry about the fees.
Before we go, I want to ask all y'all this real quick. Not just parent involvement, but in community business involvement with your schools. How is that for your schools?
It's pretty good at Westlake. I really think that it could be better.
Okay.
But it goes back to branding your school. You know what I mean? And so that's one thing that we really try to work on is just branding Westlake High School to get more involvement with the business.
Hey, man, we come back, man. I'm just going to change the subject. My head hurting. Listen to y'all. We'll be right back.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
And so a new American industry has been born.
Sensation Station Network.
This is Amar Batman Carroll. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we're going to talk right now since this is a quick segment. Mason, let's talk about Jared Stidham, man. We talked about him a few weeks ago.
Yeah, man. So the young fella, man, he this the 5-star kid who transferred from Baylor.
Yep.
He sat out, so he's decided he's going to Auburn. He picked Auburn. So clearly there's going to be pressure for Gus Malzahn because it's going to be win or you out the door.
Right.
You're bringing this kid in. But what's funny about him picking Auburn has 2 other highly ranked kids that are freshmen that are there.
Yeah.
That actually will compete for the job. And then you add in John David Crazy Boy from Last Chance University. Stidham clearly going to be the starter.
Oh, yeah.
Walking in the door.
Oh, yeah.
Fair foul. Wendy.
I mean, I think it has a lot to do with his coach's relationship. So it's fair. I mean, hey.
What do you think, Glad?
It's fair game.
Malzahn better win this
Malzahn got to win.
Yeah.
What's that, Coach?
I agree. I mean, he has to win. But see, here it goes back. We go back to recruiting. Okay, it goes back to what we say. You know, you got shady stuff in your house. You know, you done got my son to come here.
Yeah.
You know, my freshman kids already battling with somebody else, and here it is. You know, you sneak me back door with somebody else who's gonna be the starter.
Right.
So, It's a dirty game out here.
So actually, this Mace, he win every game except Alabama. Is he on still?
You bring in a kid like Step. You bringing Stipman in for one purpose, to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
He has to make a run.
Yeah.
Because he promised us with Big Boy number 6 that he was gonna be better than Cam Newton.
Oh man,
that didn't materialize.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Because you got the job because you were supposed to be this genius, this offensive genius, guru.
Right.
It hadn't panned out.
Your defense has been better than your offense over the last few years.
And you're this genius. But again, now this puts still those other kids.
Yep.
Because Stidman has 3 years of eligibility.
Right.
Oh God.
So now you just moved down on the depth chart.
Gracious.
Now I'm a freshman star.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You just moved down on the depth chart. Now you like, well, where can I transfer to?
So you think about the kids, the other kids who are on scholarship there. They have to see this and like, well, yeah, I'm gonna compete for the job, but probably this guy QB1, day one.
One thing I tell my track kids, right, and they get tired of me saying, it's business. It's not personal.
Right.
Never.
I love you, but guess what? I want to win. Your mama may fry some good fish, buddy, but I'm not running the 3 fastest kid and your kid. So so all that to say, Malzahn, he's like, man, this is business. I'm trying to, because he knows that he's on that hot seat.
Oh, I mean, it's flaming.
He's straight Nino Brown, man. This ain't perfect.
Yeah, it's flaming. And like I say, you had a 5-star kid, 4-star kid that came in the fall last year. Well, he came in the spring and he was competing. Yeah. He got hurt in the summer. So now, where does this put this kid? Because the thing about quarterback, only one quarterback can play.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one position I always be like, well, I ain't really mad when a quarterback transfer, because I mean, I'm supposed to hold a clipboard for 4 years. I want to play.
Right. You know they didn't tell Stidham you're going to be doing no
control
or nothing like that. No, you are the starter.
Right. He's enrolling in January.
You the starter.
Like he probably already got his spot down there already.
Right.
Probably got his number. So whoever wins 3,
it's over.
You done gave it up.
That is 13 or 33.
But you know what, Mace? That also goes back to what you were saying. Even though you can't help this situation when a Stidham come in, if you're saying you got this guy from last chance coming in, you got these other. I'm another freshman. I need to look at this depth chart before I walk down, man.
Right.
Got this. Say, wait a minute, who all you got coming?
And it's so funny because part of the witness decommitments of the week, it's 2 kids I know for a fact who once Stidman said he was coming.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They say, "Oh yeah, I'm opening up my recruit. I'm not committed to this no more."
So let me ask you this though: when you got stuff like this, do we still think it's fair for the NCAA to do that early commitment thing?
Again,
wow.
This is why they're doing it. NCAA want to control everything.
Yeah,
that's what that is. That's about control.
They want to control everything. But again, this is putting the pressure on our coaches, our parents.
Yeah.
In this process too, you have to super duper do your homework now. You got, like Jonathan Dwyer said yesterday. Yeah, I like USC, but they signed the #1 player in the country, Joe McKnight, and it's like 6 other tailbacks here. I'm coming from Atlanta to California. I'm gonna be like 7th string off the rip.
Yeah,
off the rip.
Nah, this ain't the place for me.
Yeah,
this ain't the place for me. I'm going to Georgia Tech.
I'm good. Hey man, I just think honestly, Malzahn, I'm with you, Coach. This ain't personal, dog.
I gotta win.
If I lose this year, I'm another offensive coordinator somewhere else.
Yeah, but guess what? He has mouths to feed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta go home and go to that car, all that stuff.
Right.
We gotta turn it back in.
Let me get that
out. We can't do it. When we come back, man. Well, the recap gonna be about 5 minutes just on decommitments. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place finish first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert, and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer. I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day. I want to be a football stadium. I want to be a bike that races around the country. I want to be a bench on a forest trail. When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
SSNATL.com.
You're not saying.
Man, we're going to the Crush Recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
We got the base today. With Blunt Power, 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power
at their website, bluntpower.com, or go to their Facebook page, Blunt Power, and our Twitter page at Blunt Power.
I forgot to channel my inner David Ruffin.
Okay.
Yeah.
David Ruffin. But hey, anyway, man, we back, and so we're going to just take a break. Wendy, go ahead and start talking about who decommitted.
Talk about these people who decommitted.
Man, this list is so long. I think we got 42.
Wow. Well, let's do about 20 of them, then we'll save some.
Yeah, we'll save
we're gonna do a decommitment segment. We're gonna have to now because it's getting close.
Right.
So let's just go with them first 2 pages right there.
All right. So we have Max Cooper from Wisconsin, Matthew from Alabama, AJ Dillon from Massachusetts, Roderick Ford, Texas, Ezra Archie, New Jersey, Will McBride, Texas, Aesop Winston from San Francisco, California, Trey Bishop, Dawson, Georgia, Trey Lawson, South Carolina, Xavier Davis, Arizona, Robert McWilliams, Florida, Miami, Florida, Kelby Wickline from Mississippi, Jaquarius Landrews, Mississippi, Ryan Guthrie, Iowa, Darius Piven, Mississippi, Asia from Idaho, Jamie from Kansas, Dan Moore from Texas, and Travion Leonard from West Palm Beach, Florida. That's just 2 pages.
Yeah. So we
got 3 more pages.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make this a segment because the closer we get into January, because the closer we get to signing day, these kids flipping.
Yeah, we'll do that. We also gonna talk, but let me ask you this: what do you think Charlie Strong and all those new coaches are doing with that list right now?
Bruh, they on the phone.
So Jalen Green from Tyrone, Georgia is on here at Sandy Creek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's somebody that's here, obviously.
Yeah, because he was committed to Cincinnati. I think that was key. Yeah, he committed to Cincinnati.
And Ryan Glover from Woodward Academy.
He decommitted from Colorado State?
Yeah.
Wow.
As of 12/11.
Oh, the Dwyer story didn't mess nobody up.
Wow.
But what might be mad?
So we got a Mo Burnham from Conyers, Georgia.
What school is he going?
Tennessee. He decommitted from.
Wow. Decommitted to Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge, man. Yeah, we'll make it a segment, man, because I also want to know when we going into it. I would like to know what schools they decommitting from.
Yeah.
So we can start talking about that a little bit more.
Because I got a couple for you. three-star kid, Trey Lawson. He decommitted from Tennessee, and now he leaning toward Louisville.
Yep.
He was like, he don't really like what's going on.
What was the position again?
Defensive end.
Okay.
So then, three-star quarterback Will McBride, he's from Texas. He flipped this commitment. He was solid on Memphis. So now he's like, I think I'm gonna go to Tennessee.
Really?
So he's flipping over to Tennessee. Then I talked to your boy from 24/7. We had a nice little conversation in the dome. He was like, make sure you throw my top 5 in there. So I wrote his top 5 early signing period. Where early like recruiting class. Right now he had Texas A&M at 5, Oklahoma at 4, UJ at 3, Ohio State at 2, and Alabama at 1. Wow. This is what he has right now. He told him about his point system. He based it on the kids who are committed, and he add up the stars. Stars get the points.
And that's just the point.
And it's so funny because it's going to change because of this big sheet that Wendy has.
Is it his star system, or is it just he going off the Rivals? Or is he
going off the star system. Basically, he looks at ESPN and Rivals.
Okay.
So if they say a kid is 4, one say 4, one say so, he take the average, and he's going with that.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And the kid that's going to FAU, DeAndre Johnson, signed his letter of intent. He was number 2 ranked pro-style quarterback coming out of JUCO. Yeah.
And he's going to a good, that's Lane Kiffin's system. A pro-style system.
And we were talking about Stedman. This is the Stedman effect right here. Troy Bishop is a 4-star. He's considered an athlete, but he played quarterback. So Malzahn saw him as a quarterback. Stedman commits. He decommits from Auburn. So now he says UGA in Florida is in the picture.
Wow.
So now he's saying that he's willing to play receiver or DB. But he was going to Auburn as an athletic quarterback. So, but this is the effect of the decommitment. So it's like you have to pay attention to this stuff in your process.
That's right.
And that's a big thing too, because now the kids got to pay attention. If I was going to Tennessee, and I find out this kid that was going to this school now coming to Tennessee,
that might change what I'm thinking.
What am I gonna do? I might be on that decommitment list too. Oh, well, you're gonna go and get a couple more DNs. I thought I was good.
And then when we talk about the success of a program, Penn State was able to flip a kid, 4-star cornerback Donovan Johnson. He's from Michigan, in Michigan backyard. He's going to Penn State. Wow. He said he took his visit, said he loves the way Franklin loves the way Coach Franklin runs the program. Said it feels more like a family atmosphere. Kind of took a shot at Harbaugh, just a tad bit, just a little bit. But for a kid to pick Penn State over Michigan,
that's huge.
That speaks volumes.
And I wouldn't be surprised to have it more.
It's gonna happen more
because he got the conference championship.
Right.
Yeah. They better. I won the conference. And you saw what I did.
When we talk about negative recruiting,
there you go.
What do you think, Coach Franklin going to these schools, going into these living rooms in these backyards? Like he went to Michigan.
Yeah.
Flip a kid from Michigan. What do you think he said?
You know what the biggest thing is? When you talk about negative comments, every coach that goes into Michigan backyard, Harbaugh ain't staying.
Man, Harbaugh.
You
see it talking about he might go to LA Rams.
Right.
He ain't gonna stay here.
He ain't gonna be
right. Harbaugh ain't going nowhere. Because the NFL team not gonna pay him $9 million. He's making $9 million to coach in college.
He look like he has.
An NFL team is not gonna give him $9 million.
He like he having fun too, man.
Coach Candace say he think about decommitting.
Hey man,
me too, Coach.
Can y'all block Coach over there, man?
Me too.
Nah, decommitment.
That's why we gotta get Coach Candace in studio. Let me ask you this, Coach. Because of the long tradition of Westlake, the athletes that have come out of there, do you see the trend continuing because of, like, to say you brought a lot of stability being back home, Coach? Do you see that trend continuing?
Oh yes, sir. It is. Especially with the success with what our football team had this year. Because at the end of the day, we know football drives the school. It does. You know what I mean? And that just paying respect to the football teams. So football team does well. The pride is up. And so
it carries the whole school year.
There you go. It carries the whole school year. It's gonna keep going. Yeah. I mean, it's been going. It's been going for a long time. You know what I mean?
A lot of names: Sean Jones, Karen Fox,
David Jacobs,
Adam Jones,
David Jacobs.
Y'all killed it, man.
Robert Wilson, Quint Jackson.
When you gonna put your plaque on the wall? When you gonna retire your gift?
I don't know, man. You know, if anybody knows me, man, you know I'm a real low key cat. You know what I'm saying?
I know
but,
you are.
You know, if that happens, although I am the AD, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So put a committee on
I can't vote for myself.
Yeah, put a committee on there. Be like, put a committee on there, coach.
You know what? That guy was okay.
Put a committee on there, coach.
Y'all got Coach Bryan stuff over there on the wall. She's at our school.
Patrice, oh yeah.
But
Patrice,
y'all got she has something over there at the school.
Let me ask both of you this, because even though it was still big for your conference, I mean, your league that both Langston Hughes and Westlake made it past the first round and got farther in the, that I thought y'all would.
More money.
Hopefully, because stability, like Maceo said, is the biggest thing. Because I'm looking at that game.
That's why you can't decommit, Coach Cannon.
Maceo was sitting there talking about some, he used to go to this school. You know what I'm saying? Really? And he used to go to that school.
No,
he used to go like that.
It's bad.
Hey, before we go, Coach, tell people where they can find you at, man. Stuff about the schools, man. Westlake and all that good stuff.
Well, I haven't left Southwest Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm at Westlake High School. I'm there pretty much all the time. I'm still trying to figure out this social media. I got my kids helping me, helping me out. But I'm at Westlake. I mean, one thing about Westlake is that I love about it. It is a unique school, because not only we're talking about athletics, I mean, but our academics is off the chain.
Yeah.
It is. So that's what draws people, because now they can get best of both worlds, academics and athletics.
Thank you,
One-stop shop.
Thank you, Coach, for
I
coming
appreciate y'all, man. Real talk.
Hey, thank you, Leah. Even though you got 2 demerits, you didn't get the 3rd. We're good today. Thank you, Wendy.
Look at this right here. I think I'd be prepared. Look at that. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna start printing out my notes so I can start looking fancy like that.
You gotta type them up first.
Yeah. Hey, man, make sure everybody in the city of Atlanta.
Appreciate you, Mason.
Make sure y'all go to the Celebration Bowl. It's gonna be a great thing. Saturday at noon.
High noon. And if you ain't gonna go watch it,
Grambling.
Turn the TV on.
Versus
all your TVs.
North Carolina
in the house.
We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Sensation Station Network.
Thank y'all. Appreciate the love. We'll see y'all later, man. Peace.
We out. We got pictures to take.